Hey guys, Alex Kahn here, and I want to share with you my 1/18 scale diecast. It's the Supernatural Impala, which is a 67 Chevy Impala sports sedan. So this one is a very exclusive item, Entertainment Earth, and you can find other versions of this Impala made by Greenlight, but the other versions are a little bit different. So the other ones in 1/18 scale, they don't have the drivers inside. And for me, one of the biggest appeals to getting this one was getting the drivers and plus the Abaddon writing on the side. But yeah, I actually got this one used, so the box was just a little bit beat up, but it's still a pretty cool box. It's got exclusive all over it, and it's got like those demon signs all over it too. But yeah, when you take it out of the box, it's in its little styrofoam casing, and I don't know if anything came with it, but all I got with this was the car itself, and also the little attention warning label that says spotlights are very fragile. And the guy just put it inside the car, so I was able to take it out, and thankfully, the spotlights were not broken. But when I was inspecting the spotlights, they were very fragile indeed. And I saw some people having trouble putting the spotlights inside the car, but it wasn't really that hard. You just got to come at it with the right angle and put it into the A-pillar of the Chevy. Okay guys, so when you're putting these in, go straight down into the A-pillar. So find the hole, and then just go straight down. See that? Easy peasy. So yeah, this is from the Supernatural TV show, and if you had ever seen the Supernatural show, you would know just how synonymous this car is with the show itself. It's kind of like the General Lee and the Dukes of Hazzard. That said, this car doesn't really do as many crazy things as the General Lee, but it does get it does get driven pretty hard on the rare occasion. Like for example, at the end of season 1, when all the Winchesters are inside the car and they get plowed by that semi truck. Oh man, they trash this car. And I don't know if they used a just a replica body. I'm not sure what they did, but that car got trashed, and it was pretty sad. But yeah, so as you can see, it's got the Abaddon writing on the side here. And if you want to know where this actually comes from in the TV show, it only comes for a few minutes, and that's season 9, episode 16, in the Blade Runners episode, when they're looking for the first blade so that they can kill Abaddon with it. But yeah, at the very end of that episode, you don't see Abaddon herself, but as they come out of that invisible house, they're also walking back with Crowley as well, and that's where they see the Abaddon writing on the driver's side. Obviously, Dean's really upset. He's trying to lick the writing off of the door, to no avail. But yeah, what's really interesting is, yeah, this writing only appears in one episode, and it's only for like a minute. And to make it even more strange, the writing's not even for the Winchester boys. It's actually for Crowley, and it's a message from the Abaddon Queen. It says, what does it say? Be afraid, signed your queen. So yeah, this message isn't even for the Winchesters. But the reason why I liked the Abaddon writing regardless is it made this diecast stand out from the other diecast. Aside from the fact that this one is the only Impala that has the driver and passenger, Dean and Sam, inside the car, which I thought was really cool. I know a lot of people were complaining that the figures didn't look like Dean and Sam, but honestly, I think that criticism was pretty unwarranted. They definitely look like Dean and Sam. The actual criticism you're looking for is it's not detailed to look exactly like Dean and Sam. But yeah, if you look at them, you would know right away that there is a likeness towards Dean and Sam. So I think it's a really cool feature to have them inside the car. So in the very next episode, they actually, I guess that they cleaned up the writing, because in the very next episode they show one shot of the driver's side door, and the writing is gone. So yeah, it was only in one episode that the writing is on. A little fun fact, that I actually met the Abaddon Queen. The actress name is Elena Huffman, and I made her do a fighting stance with me, and she was a really friendly girl. And you can see I'm actually pretty short, and she's really tall. So combine that together, we have a very short and tall thing going on. But yeah, this show is really neat. The car, the 67 Impala is pretty much a part of the cast at this point, and you can see it in pretty much every episode in some capacity. Out of what 14 or so seasons, I forget how long the show ran for, but man, it went forever. So if I were to make some criticisms of this car, with a lot of green light cars, not all of them, but some, the wheels, the front wheels, they don't actually pivot left and right. It's just straight. So I think that's kind of a criticism. Another criticism, and this is a pretty valid one, the doors don't actually open. Now, in resin models, the doors never open, but in a diecast model, the doors almost always open in most diecast models. Also, the hood of the engine would open, and also the trunk would open. Now, in the 124 scale version, the trunk of this Impala actually does open, and you can open it up. You can see the inside of the deck lid, which has the demonic symbol inside. So I think, for whatever reason, they should have included that in the 118 scale version, because the 118 scale version is more expensive, so you'd expect to have more features in the 118 scale version. But maybe, I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they wanted a reason for people to buy the 124 scale version. But yeah, this car actually looks pretty good without the spotlights. And if you guys do watch the show, the spotlights do disappear after the first season, or first two seasons. Wow, it's actually harder to take them out than put them in. So yeah, to make it more accurate to season 9, you would take the spotlights out of the car. And then you can see this is the Ohio license plate. In the first 2 seasons of the show, they have the Kansas plates, and that's where the Winchesters are actually from. But to make it harder to find them, they switched to the Ohio plates. And in episode 16, Blade Runners, Sam does not actually wear that shirt. I was actually watching every scene in that episode to see if he ever wore that shirt at all. In that episode, he does not. But at least with a Dean, he actually does wear something similar to what he's wearing right now. So yeah, do you guys watch Supernatural? What do you think of the 67 Impala? And what was your favorite episode of Supernatural? And what is your favorite episode featuring the car? Now that I asked that, I actually don't know what my favorite car episode is of that show. Was the Impala? I'd have to think about that. There's been quite a few good episodes that show the car, and there were some episodes that kind of focused on the car itself. Sorry, there's something in my mouth right now. But yeah, aside from that, this car is actually really nice looking. The guy who previously owned this, he did leave a lot of marks on the black paint, and that's one problem with black paint on these diecasts, is that like fingerprints, they do show up really easily, and also little blemishes like that one. I don't know if you can see that. I do have my spotlight turned on so that you can see how shiny this car can be, and it's very beautiful. So I don't think I have anything else to say. What's your favorite season? Who's your favorite character? And how important do you think this car is to the show? Man, I asked you guys like a lot of questions, but you don't have to answer all those questions, but you do have to answer one of them. Otherwise, I will fail you guys. Then I will summon the demons and trap them. And I have no idea where I'm going with this, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys.